Reporting for duty, Commander. Drop your weapons. Drop your weapons. I need a weapon.
I need a sound check.
Fight for the Empire.
Dang it.
The trooper should always stay on his feet.
Of course. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii. The channel. What is that? What is that? We need to do something here.
Enemies on the move.
Yes, that's what we need to do. We need to adjust that level. Sound? Do we have sound? Yes. Okay. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. It's Friday the 15th of November. Mongoose Friday. Monday? Did I say Monday? God, I make so many mistakes. I call October August. I call back in the day. I call Big Q back in the day. It's in the morning. I wake up in the morning and it's like all the setup, and then I'm setting up the live stream OBS. You should check it out if you want to try to fiddle with this. It's for live stream, you know, when you're live streaming maybe your games or something, and then you press a button. For example, watch this. I press a button and then la la la, like and subscribe. And it's sort of like live studio in a sense, because you can go, hey, look, and now I will go to the end credits, and then I'll go over here, and then, Anyways, it's Monday, and I forgot to do this. I got so many things I forget to do, it's kind of funny. Oh, and there's a bunch of stuff in the carport. Okay. So here we go. Last night, we read Shakespeare, live on Zoom, but I recorded it. We read Two Noble Kinsmen, which I was calling Two Noble Gentlemen from. But we read Two Noble Kinsmen, and you don't get that in the first folio canon. It is canon Shakespeare, but it's not in the first folio. So, anyways, the story is these two noblemen. And kinsman is probably alluding to kingsmen, but they're supposed to be two nobles, right? These two guys that are nobles, or like princes. I'm prince and I'm noble. And they get captured and stuck in a jail dungeon thing. And while they're in there, they're like, "We're BBF. We're best friends for life. There's just you and I." Magic a little heart. You and me. They're the best friends, and you complete me. Just this total bonding of, you know, just complete, you know, forever bonding. And then in about 2 seconds, these two women come in, and one of them looks at the women. The one guy looks at the woman and says, "Oh, check her out." And the other one's like, "Oh yeah, I see her." And then they start talking about the woman. "Oh, she's so beautiful. You know, and all of a sudden they want to be like that. And then I saw her first comes up. I saw her first. You're not in love with her. It's not love at first sight for you. I saw her first. You are not permitted to put out your love, whatever that is. Keep your pants in there. And so all of a sudden they're rivals and they want to kill each other in a duel. And that's that. I don't know how noble that is, but the whole story goes along there, and I guess it's supposed to be like true love or something. I don't know what this was. He was like, is that noble? I guess anyways, today's Monday, and there's stuff in the news. And it has a newspaper. We got the newspaper today. Wow, it's actual paper. Hey, they got this guy. I don't know. I don't like this guy in trial. He's trying to get out of the guy went out shooting in a crowd. So he takes a big military gun, loads it up to the hilt, and goes out into the crowd and starts to claim later on, I was in fear for my life. Don't go out in the crowd. But he went out in the crowd. That's like, he's out there and he killed people. So he I don't know. It's not Grand Theft Auto, but that guy is definitely responsible. They better like slam that guy hard. Well, if they don't, then Monju Smacks will have to make a video. And also, I still got, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah, I'm going to be whacking on that, but I already talked about that. Okay, so look at this. This is today's headline. Let's see if you can see this. I don't know if you can see this. This is today's headline. Impact and visitors really small. Can you see this? I don't know. This is horrible. Hey. This is... Hey. My thumbnails have gone downhill to the max. But the visitor impact is small. So basically, everybody's coming over going, hey, all these kind of people, these tourists, right? They're all over the place. And you know what they're doing? They're sucking up all our resources. All our resources. And just think how much sewage that is and how much electricity they use and all that. Well, someone, hello, we need the paper. Thank you. Visitor impact small. So some people, they went and they're like, well, let's check it out, right? So they went and they did some research apparently on utilities. Fewer travelers to Oahu in 2020. So this is where you have your, control grouping. It happened in, now this is pretty interesting. I'll try to be quick. This control thing happened in, it happened in Norway, right? Because in World War II, the Nazis came in with parachutes and dropped in on Norway and say, we take you over. And the Nazis, these farmers in Norway had the pigs and the cows. And so they ate a lot. Pigs and cows, and they had dairy and red meat. But the Nazis took it over and they took away all the pigs and cows. So they kind of went vegetarian for a few years. And that was the control group. Something happened and and they had better health, better heart health. That was a big vegetarian thing for you. Well, in this one, fewer travelers on Oahu. Oh, and I gotta say, by the way, because of those new vegetarian meals, where it's like a burger, but it's made out of tofu. It's a tofu-burger, or whatever it is. Tofu-burger. Have a tofu-burger. I can't believe it's not bacon, because it's not bacon. It's not meat. It's plant. But there's so much of that stuff going around, they think, because of that some children, like 6 years old, think that bacon is a vegetable and chicken McNuggets are some type of vegetarian thing. What? They don't even know anymore. They don't know. But here's the study. So fewer travelers in Oahu in 2020. It caused a significant drop in, did not cause a significant drop in electricity, water, and sewer consumption. So they're like, hey, there's too many. Where's the tipping point? And these 6.1 billions of these visitors. It topped from 10 million to 6 million. So the complaints and the strain on of tourism on natural resources was a big thing. But it's just like a theory that's wrong. So I love it when it's wrong to say that it's wrong, because we don't want these things to have traction no more when they're wrong. So all the tourists you want, it's not doing anything with the electricity or the sewage. And the queen hurt her back. Poor girl. Pray for the queen. Well, she's not Catholic. Sorry. Yeah, pray for you. You're not Catholic. Catholics are notorious. Everyone's included. I don't care if you don't believe in God. You're included. They do stuff like that. Anyways, back in the day, 1977, they got this stuff called the Fun Factory, the Fernandez Fun Factory, the 10,000 square foot Burridge shopping center, phase 240 sophisticated electronic games. E.K. Fernandez shows. Those are the guys that put on the carnivals, and they put all this stuff inside this thing, and it's E.K. Fernandez Fun Factory. One of my former brother-in-law, my sister, he was the character on the commercial. I'm Henry the janitor. Come to Fun Factory. He didn't like me, so he'll never live that down. Henry. Back to now, this guy is like, this girl's like, oh no, I'm in a giant caterpillar. Help me. Well, these guys are a little old for that kind of thing. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, next. What else is going on? I don't know. Let's check out what's in the sports, man. The sports stuff is not right now. Driven to succeed. What's happening in the sports? So I was watching some football games and I'm like, oh no, the Buccaneers lost, and oh no, someone else lost. And the team I was like rooting for lost every time I watched a football game. I was like, driven to succeed, Washington football team. This is the one. Oh, these guys, they're evil. See this guy right here? He's horrible. He's the nemesis of the world. No, this guy, well, he's, I guess, a quarterback. Now, he's a pretty good runner. I mean, he get the ball and he runs. It's pretty good, huh? That's what you're supposed to do, right? Okay, stop. Quit. You're falling apart. All right. Now over here, Hawaii scores a B. I don't know. I didn't check this one out. Surfrider Foundation moves to the state grade up from C. Oh, thank you. God, I hate it when they do that. Everyone must have had a bad time in school, right? Like, oh, my school memory of school was bad. Well, I had to get grades, and I don't like that, and I don't like the teacher, and I want to teach on them, and then the grades, and then we had to do this. And so when they later on in life, their memory of school is bad. And so they take it out on society by grading. Now they're in the command seat. I will give this president a C-. I got them now. But here we got the surf rider went from grade C to grade B. Not even B-. It was like a B. You gotta get the B- thing in there. The heck going? I think it's because I don't know why. Because why? I don't know. Let's find out why. Then we'll go. What do you call it? The guy. Scores B. Surfrider Foundation. Oh, who are you? You're the teacher now. Surfrider Foundation 2021 state. B gives a B from a C received last year. Oh, you better study. I guess they were studying and did their homework. That's what happened. Report issued by Governor Ige. Delegation of global climate. Oh, it's after the global climate, right? So we better push our grades up. They're fudging the grades. They're fudging the. Hey, that goes on. I'm not behind that. I saw it. I'm like, hey, but I'm the teacher actually giving out the actual grades. Like, but based on test scores. No, because they're a little rich kid. They cannot get a C. Identifying areas of vulnerable impact, sea rise, mitigation. These kind of from national perspective, regulations for scan. So they moved. Oh, okay. So they made some legislation. The first kind in the U.S. So it moved its mark. So basically, it's not that things changed, but they made some legislation. So, yay! They made some legislation, so they made their grade better. All right, let's get down to some real. Since this thing's working, we might get a little bit on time here. political cartoon. I supported the insurrection, GOPers. What am I being dinged with? This phone. I supported the insurrection. I voted for Biden's infrastructure plan. I get dinged in the morning. I voted for infrastructure plan. Oh, he's a GOPer. You're in big trouble. GOP, not towing the line. Okay, let's look. We just got a couple things going on here. Some of them aren't too freaking cool, so whatever. We can skip a couple of these. Is it gonna go? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Alright, that's what we're talking about. Okay, letters of editor. Geothermal power could expand in the islands, which is true. We have volcanoes. So basically what happens here is Iceland, thanks for doing the article on Iceland, because you can recapture CO2 and, I don't know, do something with it. And, something. They recapture CO2 and, I don't know, they make carbon bubbly drinks. They make fizzy lifting drink from it. But anyways, they do that, and the heat. That's the main thing. To get down there, and heat is energy, and it is big time down in the volcano, just a little bit. So you can heat up a lot of stuff, and you can do things. I mean, talking mega steam engine going on. So they found that out. Thermal. I'm thinking germs. Geothermal power is small terrestrial people. Yeah, okay. Police commissioners should gain experience. Now this article just says, oh, you know, they should like go along with the experience and the rookies and listen to them before they get the job. Yeah. Gotten and replaced shows deceit of politicians. Now we're getting a little bit so much. They just got the legislation and leave the name. So much has been said about the sad state of confusion, rancor, divisiveness, and distrust that prevails in the spirit of this country and its people. And it is to this state that gut didn't replace one word. Actions by our so-called leaders continue to add, giving only hollow meaning to the words transparency and public good. And is struck down, the November 4th article. I am ashamed as a veteran and a citizen to witness such deceitful and almost un-American practices done in context of the constitutional laws. Thanks to the efforts of the League of Women Voters, this Thanksgiving we can be all thankful for them. That's what it says. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, that stuff's bad, and I'm glad they pointed it out. I'm glad everyone's getting all rancor about it. But here we go, back to the local politician case. U.S. Representative Ed Case is showing he's not a true Democrat, should be replaced. Replace Case, it rhymes. Ed Case showing he is not a Hawaii Democrat. He is a part of the Gang of Five that has held up Joe Biden's Build Back Better bill. In doing so, he places the entire Democratic ticket and agenda at grave risk. The Big Five, Gang of Five, is, you might as well just say, big corporation in Hawaii. There's always been a more Republican at heart with major connections to big business. That's the thing, right? Because then you're looking after the big business, not the people. And this is too common. He is not anyway representative of the Democratic Party's 32-year Hawaii resident. It's time to see if for one willing to give up funds to any competent Democrat with true Hawaiian values to run against this obstructionist who follows directions and serve him and his cronies, not working with the people of Hawaii. I've been an officer of the Hawaii Democratic Party and I've helped many good brothers to office. Please join me in finding a great replacement. Sean Lester, Kihei Maui. Yeah, not so much the partisan thing, but yeah, if you don't look at these politicians, you don't like them, vote them out of office. Be active, vote them out of office. And we're giving money to the Philippines for the kind, I don't know, some type of human rights and horrible stuff going on in the Philippines. It just isn't right. So I thought, okay, that's nice. So it's Monday, time to go, yay! It was rainy, it stopped raining. Now it's gonna be just a regular nice day. Monday. Have a great day. Aloha. You can go down. Oh! Ah! I didn't do it! It was the monk seal that did it. Aloha. You go. Bye. I know.